right, so I took a little break over the weekend. I didn't do a talk over the weekend. So today is Monday, actually day 6, and the day before my birthday. My 41st birthday is tomorrow, so I'm a little amped about that. And today I wrote this on Friday or Thursday, I believe, but what I'm going to be talking about today is autonomy. Autonomy. And when I look the word up, it says that it's independence or freedom, the ability to act on your own values and interests, must have a sense of self-worth and self-respect. It also says that self-knowledge is also important. The key is knowing what matters to you. All right? And so when I think about autonomy, I said I was going to call this one the freedom to be who we are called or destined to be, right? So when I think about that, I thought about how do we get to that, right? This is what we're working on. We're working on ways of building ourselves to be autonomous, to be independent and free. You know what I mean? To act on our own values and our own interests and have a sense of self-worth and self-respect, like knowing what's important to us. You get what I'm saying? So doing the work to figure us all out, figure out myself, what I like, what I don't like, what am I called to do, what are my passions? You know what I mean? What does it look like from my point of view, from my where I'm sitting at, right? So I thought about something that I had written maybe the first day I started this, but I just wrote it down. It was just, I was doing just my thoughts, putting my thoughts on paper. And so it was like the willingness to acknowledge the abnormal way of a thing or a situation to bring about a positive result. Not being dismissive, but loving with yourself. All situations will require a level of grace and long suffering. Understanding is the key. Getting an understanding of a thing. So what I'm saying today is acknowledging that the way we've been doing things is not normal. It's not normal. The way that a lot of the things that we were taught growing up in our families, in church, and all that, a lot of that stuff was really not normal. It was just things that had been passed down. A lot of religion, a lot of tradition, a lot of things that don't necessarily. I thought about something with myself. I thought about a lot of things, a lot of superstitions had been passed down in my bloodline, in my family. It was like, a lot of things that, you were taught to believe was like, that doesn't make any sense. I used to hear different things growing up about, what you can't do. You can't sweep people's feet. And it's like, what are you talking about? It didn't make sense to me, but it was like you heard it. They got this thing, a lot of us, a lot of especially black families have this every new year. You have to cook greens and black eyed peas and that's going to bring wealth. And you still have a lot of people that, still do that. And it's like, okay, so where's your wealth? I mean, you know what I mean? It's like I think about these things. I don't vocalize it a lot, but I always thought about it. Like, you do that every year. Like, so I got to go buy some greens and some black eyed peas. I don't want that. I don't want to eat that. Not today. I don't want. I'm sitting like, I don't want that. So, but it was an expectation, in the family. And it's like, you think about those things and it's like, yeah, I don't want to do that. And it should be okay that I don't want to do that or that I don't believe that, right? And so I thought about also acknowledging things that are important to me. Acknowledging the fact that I like certain things. acknowledging the fact that I want to do certain things, and it's important to me that I do those things. You know what I mean? Becoming who I am, having the freedom to be Lacan, who Lacan is destined and purposed to be. You know, a lot of things I'm still figuring out, but on this journey, it's been like, gosh, I really like me. I'm getting to know who I am, getting to know my little quirks and my little, you know, different things about me that makes me unique, because we're all different. We're all unique. So just getting to know those things. And I thought about it in a sense of organizing. I am an organizer, right? And I believe in organization. I can walk into a room and it could just be just you know, what people would consider junky or messy. But in my eyes, I'm picturing it as it could be. You know, some people can come in and they're, you know, like the desk is just papers everywhere, but I'm seeing a system. I work in systems. I see like, okay, all you need is a shelf, or all you need is, you just need some, you know, covered, you know, bookcases or whatever. That's the way I view things when I walk into a room. So I put this topic into categories. So I said, what makes it function and what is its purpose? So getting to an autonomous way of life, getting to that freedom, that independence, is just like grouping things that concern you or grouping things that you have or that works for you into different systems, right? So I have a process that I work with organizing. It's called grouping and sorting. Right? You see on TV, like I watch different shows. I watch Hoarders. You know, everybody can't take Hoarders, but I watch Hoarders. I watch, they used to have this show called Clean Sweep and different things like that I used to watch just about every day. And you see the organizers, and they put things into sections. They clear out the room first, bring everything out, and then they sort it, right? So you have your keep pile, your sort pile, your donate pile, or your trash pile, you know, your get rid of pile. And what I recognized from watching those shows was the hardest pile was that get rid of pile. That trash pile, that throwaway pile, you know, that getting rid of stuff is hard, you know, for a lot of us, all of us, most things, you know, but it's the same when we're working with ourselves. That grouping and that sorting within, not just our closets and our spaces, but ourselves, our inner man, our inner workings, you know, what's going on with us. Getting rid of all that negativity, getting rid of all that hurt. You know, we need to do a grouping and a sorting in that way also, so that we can get to that freedom. We can get to that autonomy, right? So I said we could do the sifting, which is a part of a process. You know, we sift things, getting rid of things, right? Correlating, which is a way of progressing. When you correlate something, it progresses. You know, it progresses. You add on more. You sit there and you say, okay, this is this is that. So you're getting what you need to progress, right? You're progressing a thing. Demonstrating. We demonstrate with our actions. We put what we're learning, what we're taking into action, into work. We're using it. We're applying it. We're putting it into application, right? And then supplicate. We're asking. When you're supplicating, you're asking for something. So we're supplicating, we're praying, we're asking God, we're even asking ourselves, you know what I mean? Let's do this work. We're asking ourselves questions, you know what I mean? With the help of Holy Spirit and with the help of God, just, you know, asking and teaching us and educating us on ourselves. We're seeking the answers about ourselves, right? And so even with the grouping and sorting, we're keeping the positive. Everything that's positive, everything that we're working towards, those positive things we're putting in our keep pile. That's going to be over here in the keep pile, right? The release pile is going to be the negative things, the things that we don't want anymore. All of that bitterness and that all of that rejection, all of those things that we're working to overcome, that fear. Remember last time we were overcoming fear, you know what I mean? So we're releasing all of that. That's all of that's going over here into this pile. and then the strengthen pile. Okay, so we have a strengthen pile because we don't want to donate. You know, we want to keep this because we're working on us. We want to keep some things for us, right? So we want to keep, release, and strengthen. And when we strengthen the things in us, we want to educate ourselves about them. What is the purpose for it? What is its function? What is it doing for us? Then we want to get an understanding of it. We want to get an understanding of it. What is it supposed to do? Why do we need it? How does it operate in our lives, right? And then we want to take it and use it for what is built for. Because everything in our body has a function, right? Our eyes to see, ears to hear, nose to smell. We want to use those for what is purpose for, what God designed it for. Excuse me, we have creativity in us, right? So we want to be creative. Let's use that creativity to generate wealth, to generate health, to generate those things that we are lacking, you know, because we have the creativity, we have the ideas, and a lot of times we just sit on those things. We sit on it or we just downplay it like, yeah, that ain't gonna make sense to nobody. But it could be the one thing that someone's looking for that will cause us to have wealth beyond measure, right? So we're rebuilding our foundation. We're still in the process of rebuilding our foundation. So on today, I encourage you to think on that, to think on that autonomy, to think on that independence, that freedom to be who we are called and destined to be. How do we get there? By grouping and sorting. We're going to release those things that are negative. We're going to release those things that we don't need. We're going to do some spiritual and natural organizing, right? Within ourselves. We're going to group and sort it. We're going to keep the positive. We're going to release the negative, and we're going to strengthen what we need. We're going to get an education about it, and we're going to get educated about it. We're going to understand what its purpose is in our lives so that we can apply it, that we can use it, right? Do the sifting, do the correlating, do the demonstrating, right? And do the supplication. We're going to put all of that into work starting today. And we're going to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And we're going to watch the fruits of it in our lives, in the lives of those around us. All right? So have a great day. I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow night because it's my birthday. I don't know. I may, the Lord may give me something today or tonight or tomorrow. And I may jump on real quick and we'll go from there. But today I just want to encourage you just to do the work. All right? Take care. Talk to you later.